Hi, and welcome to Fully Defined. Today, I'm talking about CAD speed modeling and how it sharpens your 3D CAD skills. At its core, speed modeling is all about creating models quickly, practicing techniques, and having fun along the way. While it might not be suited for absolute beginners, speed modeling is an excellent practice for those who've already got a solid grasp of the basics. It offers a fast-paced learning environment which can make you far more efficient in your everyday design work when combined with real-world knowledge. In 2024, I was the top-ranked SolidWorks user in Toby's World Championship of CAD speed modeling. I've been a certified SolidWorks expert for over 10 years, and even I had things to learn from others in the speed modeling community. Let's dig into why speed modeling is such a powerful skill to develop and practice with. I'll discuss the key benefits, essential tools, how to practice, common pitfalls, and how to avoid them. One of the greatest benefits of speed modeling is how it builds muscle memory. Tools, shortcuts, and mouse gestures become second nature through regular practice. This process also hones your design thinking skills, letting you tackle problems under time constraints, which adds to your confidence in handling everyday design tasks. The efficiency gains from speed modeling compound over time, which greatly impacts both the quality and speed of your real-world projects. And if you can cut down modeling time, you'll have more room to explore and experiment with ideas. A big part of speed modeling, especially as you start challenging yourself, is learning to spot and correct mistakes. Every time you find an error, it's an opportunity to refine your skills. Speed modeling naturally introduces small mistakes, and learning to identify and fix these is valuable. This might involve checking geometry, correcting alignment, or fixing issues in the sketch. Over time, this practice builds an eye for detail, so when you're working on real-world projects, you're faster and more accurate. Let's talk about essential tools and shortcuts to get the most out of speed modeling. Learning and applying hotkeys is a huge time saver, and it's useful to have quick access to commands like extrude, revolve, and mirror. Consider which tools you use frequently and how you access those tools during your workflow. If you are constantly moving your mouse to a button or navigating a menu, creating a custom hotkey for that action will save you time. In SolidWorks, I've created hotkeys for my most commonly used tools, such as extrude, cut, revolve, and measure, just to name a few. Customizing your workspace is another step that allows for better flow. And by observing how others use CAD software, you can often pick up slightly faster methods that might not be immediately obvious. Even if small, these efficiency gains compound over time and make a significant difference. One of the best ways to practice speed modeling is through timed challenges, where you race the clock and see how fast you can get to a correct answer. This isn't necessarily about competition. It's more about becoming familiar with the tools and building the mental agility to work quickly. Observing others' workflows can also be incredibly insightful. You don't need to repeat the same models over and over, but by seeing how others achieve similar results in different ways, you're building a toolkit of techniques to bring into your workflow. I've been a SolidWorks user for over 20 years, yet even now, there are still tools that I hadn't seen used before and didn't know what I was missing out on. It's not uncommon to not know what you don't know. Shared knowledge is one of the best ways to find out. And for practice and challenges, I can't go past recommending Toby.com for his free and premium practice models and live challenges streamed almost weekly to YouTube.
3, 2, 1, go! What is the mass of this part in XXX.X grams?
Check out his site and channel here. Links in the description below. There are some common pitfalls in speed modeling to watch out for. One is trying to add too much complexity to a single sketch, which can make the process slower and harder to edit. Another is sacrificing too much precision in favor of speed. While the goal is efficiency, balance is key. Don't lose sight of accuracy. Speed modeling should improve your workflow, not build bad habits. So focusing on clean, intentional designs is essential, even when working quickly. In the end, speed modeling is about fun and creativity, with the bonus of making you a more effective designer. The skills and efficiencies you gain here transfer directly to professional work, enabling quicker iterations, rapid prototyping, and more design exploration in every project. So dive into speed modeling, pick up new techniques, and see how it shapes your workflow. If you've enjoyed this video, perhaps you'd like to see my tutorial on a Tier 6 model here. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and always remember to fully define.